We asked him why he shot the officer, and he made the statement, "I haven't done anything to be ashamed of." This is all the information we got out of him on the way downtown. After we pulled into the basement and set up the wedge, we told him we would hold him in such a way that if he did not want his picture taken, he could duck down below the level of the outside guys walking around him and get into the station without anybody taking his picture. And here again, he says, "I haven't done anything to be ashamed of," and he did not try to hide his face in any way as we went in on the elevator up to the third floor and set him in the interrogation room.
Except for the arresting officers, I was the first investigative officer that talked to him. He said he hadn't shot anybody, hadn't shot an officer or anybody else, and the only thing that he would admit to was hitting an officer in the mouth. He said, or a cop in the mouth is the way he put it. He said, "I will admit to hitting a cop in the mouth," but he said, "I won't admit to shooting anybody."
That we had of the suspect in Oak Cliff was similar to the description we had and the man we were looking for as the assassin, but at that time we had not been able to connect the two in any way.
The only discrepancy was 2 inches in height, is that correct?
Approximately 2 inches in height was the only discrepancy in the description of the man who killed Officer Tippett and the man who shot the president.
What was the description of that man?
He was described as 5'6" to 5'8", slight build, brown hair, having on a jacket, white shirt, and dark trousers. Actually, the suspect is about 5'10", and had discarded the jacket, which we found in the Oak Cliff area near a funeral home in the 400 block of East Jefferson.
That afternoon, after Officer Tippett was killed, they took a suspect into custody. And I was thinking about this man getting away from me.
This was the man that got into the Green Rambler.
The Green Rambler. And I called Captain Fritz at his office and gave him a description of the man I saw get into the Rambler. And he told me, and I quote him, "It sounds like the suspect we have in custody. Come on up and take a look at him." So I went out and got in my unmarked car and drove to the City Hall, went directly to Captain Fritz's office. And we went into Captain Fritz's inner office, and the man was sitting in a chair behind a desk. And there was another gentleman. I assumed he was one of Fritz's people because he had the white cowboy hat on, which was the trademark at that time of the Dallas Homicide Bureau. And Fritz turned to me and said, "Is this the man you saw?" And I said, "Yes." And it was. It was. So he turned to the suspect and he said, "This man saw you leave." At which time the suspect became a little excited. And he said, "I told you people I did." And Fritz said, "Now take it easy, son," talking to the suspect. He said, "We're just trying to find out what happened here." He said, "What about the car?" I didn't say station wagon. He said, "What about the car?" At which time the suspect leaned forward and put both hands up on the desk and said, "That station wagon belongs to Mrs. Payne. Don't try to drag her into this."